England vs Ukraine 19 euros 60 cents. 2012 SelMcKenzie Selzer-McKenzie. Author D.Selzer-McKenzie. My tip: win for England. In any case, the second meeting of the third round of the Group of D should become as the other game of the Group of D much in a more interesting way, because both national teams are in the quarterfinals in the middle of the running for the move. The Englishmen are in a little better position than the Ukrainians, though, because they have a point more on the account. The two national teams were together at the last WC qualification in a group, and both duels ended with the victory of the respective host. Last time they have met at the friendship duels 2 times in front of it, and the Englishmen have celebrated a safe victory in the Wembley Stadium both times. The beginning, 19th of the 6th 2012, 20:45. This shows see open well how important the advantage of playing at home is with the two teams. This is the final round of the European Championship, though, and it is clear to the Englishmen that they may not permit themselves any slip in Donetsk on the Tuesday evening. The Englishmen would be further even with a draw, but it is to expect similar game tactics much more realistically to want to use Hodgson like against Sweden. They have left the midfield to the Swedes at some moments, while they have been extremely goal dangerous with fast countering attacks over the fast young and then also Walcott. The excellence of Walcott brought in actually the great turn in the game of the Englishmen. This one it is important to 1-2 behind, but the young regular player of Arsenal has a goal just after the first ball contact until the 60th minute in compensation shot, while, later, it has still produced a goal presentation for Welbeck. The victory against Sweden as well as the draw against France were much at the weight if one considers with what kind of problems coach Hodgson had to contend. His best go-getter really the problems of injury-conditional nature primarily were, but was closed for the first 2 games simultaneously. Rooney returns into the team now so that Carroll shall stay at the bench, while Walcott also shall have the substitutes bench left on, despite a very good game against Sweden within the last 30 minutes of the game, since it has suffered from an unpleasant injury in the game finish. The rest of the team should remain unchanged. One expects much more concentration from the defence, cited of experienced Terry this time, and to be more precise primarily at standards, though. Expected list: England: Hard, Johnson, Lescott, Terry, Cole, Milner, Parker, Gerhard, Young, Rooney, Welbeck. The Ukrainians still were conquered, and to be more precise of a qualitatively much better national team in the first round anyway after the great triumph over Sweden from France, so that they must win in this duel against England, if they want to reach the next round. Of course this becomes an extremely difficult task for the charges of the coach Brian, particularly since their self-confidence has fallen off strongly after the bad game against the Tricolor. They were inferior in this game during the whole game, and they've built off only due to the very good work of the goalkeeper. 2 goals against Collette's only. The Yolks have not got the uninterrupted support of the fans. Kelly. You were primarily bad in the midfield, where there had been a lack of creativity and speed simply hasn't there, for their experienced go-getters were cut off for Shevchenko and Vaughan and the rest of the team completely. We just therefore think that Brian will employ 2 new players in this decisive game, and although midfield player Aliyev, who shall represent the exhausted Nazarenko, will leave its place to the young ones during the experienced Vaughan and the spearhead to the a little younger Milevsky. The defence row is also ripe for some changes, but since Brian does not have so many high-character defending players at the disposal, it probably will change nothing. It will try to compensate for this deficit in the defence with a little faster and more aggressive game in the midfield, and to be more precise with the clear aim of forcing the opponent to faults, to this way come to good counter opportunities. Expected list: Ukraine: Pyatov, Gusevby, Kachary, Mikhalik, Timoshchuk, Yarmolenko, Aliyev, Konoplyanka, Milevsky, Shevchenko. Since the Ukrainians must play on victory in this duel, they will play much more offensively than in the first 2 rounds, and this way of playing should suit the fast Englishmen, so that we can expect a very interesting and primarily goal-rich game at long last.